wenn or als. In today's video, I will show you when you actually have to use als instead of wenn. In English, both are just when, so W-H-E-N. In German, it's almost all the time W-E-N-N, so when. But in some certain exceptions, you actually have to use als. Hi, my name is Jan and I'm your German teacher here on EasyDeutsch, your YouTube channel for German grammar. Today's topic is wenn or als. Both are temporal conjunctions and both start subordinate clauses, Nebensätze. So the verb goes to the very end. And actually in most cases you can just translate the English when with the German when. But with the help of my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily, I will show you now when you actually have to use als instead of wenn. So we're here now in my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily. Let's go through my table of content to get quickly to the lesson we are looking for, and that's temporal clauses, wenn or als. So let's check first what a when or als actually mean. They both mean that two things occur simultaneously at a specific point in time. And the meaning is exactly the same, but we use them in different situations. For example, we use als for something that occurred once in the past. And in the future and present, we always use when. And we also use when something has happened more than once in the past. So let's have a look at the different tenses to check out when you have to use which conjunction. In the future, we always use wenn. So for example, ich werde immer glücklich sein, wenn du mich besuchst. So that means each time. I will always be happy when you visit me. Each time you visit me, I will be happy. Fair to mention as well, both of them are subordinate conjunctions, so verb to the very end. It's a subordinate clause, Nebensatz, so you can see this here. And also if something occurs just once, ich werde froh sein, wenn du gesund wieder zurückkommst. Also when I will be happy or relieved to see, will be relieved when you're back safe or healthy. So here it's always when. The same for present tense. Something occurs once, ich komme nach Hause, wenn ich mit der Arbeit fertig bin. I will come home when I'm done with work. Or if something happens often or again and again. Immer wenn ich nach Hause laufe, komme ich am Kino vorbei. Always when I walk home, I pass by this cinema. Here it's still when because it's present tense and we always use when if it's present tense. But pay attention in the past. When we're speaking about the past, you actually have to make a difference between als and when. So, als ich ein Kind war, habe ich hier immer Fußball gespielt. So, when I was a child, I have played football. In English, still when, no difference. But in German, if something happened only once in the past, we don't use when anymore. We use als now. So English speaker, pay attention. In future and present, it's just like in English. But in the past, if it's a one-time event, it's als. If something happened more than once on a regular basis, we keep on using when, just like in English. Immer wenn ich in Berlin war, sind wir feiern gewesen. So always when I visited Berlin, we've been out for party. So I partied more than once. So we use when. Another example. Heute bin ich schon im Büro gewesen, als du angekommen bist. I've been in the office today when you have arrived. I've been in the office already when you have arrived. Today you have arrived only once in the office. So we use als because in the morning you arrive only once. You cannot arrive twice. So this should be pretty clear. Special here is also those subordinate clauses can stand alone if the question is clear. So if somebody asks you, wann kommst du nach Hause? When do you come home? You do not have to repeat everything that was just asked in the main clause. You can say, wenn ich mit der Arbeit fertig bin, so when I'm done with work, instead of, ich komme nach Hause, wenn ich mit der Arbeit fertig bin. So you can drop double things, so unnecessary things. In German, that's quite common. Everything that's obvious can be dropped. And if you just got that question, you don't have to repeat the question unless you want to, because you may need time to think about what's next or what's the grammar structure about this. So as a short summary here, in the future, always when, in the present, always when, in the past, if it happens once, it's alles. More than once, it's still when. So it's like English with the exception, something in the past that happened only once, then you have to use als. So now you know when you have to use als instead of wenn. If you have any further question about that, please do not hesitate to write your questions in the comment sections down here below the video. And if you've learned a lot, please like the video. That is a great support, as well as sharing the video with your friends. And if you haven't done it yet, of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for that already. And if you like the ebook that you've just seen here in this video, you can actually purchase this and help me even further, support me even further. There's this ebook, and there's also 10 more ebooks for you. They're packed with German grammar explanations the easy way, but also with exercises so that you can actually practice what you've just learned. And if you want to check them out, just follow the link in the video description below. And then I hope I will see you again in one of my other lessons. And until then, viel Spaß und Erfolg beim Deutschlernen.